Hello everyone, welcome back. Another episode. Been a bit busy the last couple of weeks, so sorry about the delay. Today's episode I've got Kevin Lennon on. Kevin recently won the Princess Trust Rising Star Award. He went through a lot of adversity before he got to win that award and to where he is now, so we're just going to talk a bit about his past, what he's doing now and what he hopes to do in the future. So Kevin, how's it going?
Good, keeping alright.
How's your day been?
I've been keeping myself busy.
I see
we're getting the dog and stuff.
We're starting to get a bit of sun. This is a good thing.
Thank God, it's good to see, isn't it?
Lifts everybody's mood, doesn't it?
Definitely. Gets it going out.
It's the Princess Trust Rising Star Award. Do you want to explain what that is?
It's like for people that have come through a lot of adversity, you know, and changed their lifestyle basically.
And was there many people that could have been picked out of this?
Yeah,
award?
they were telling me there was a couple of hundred, or was it 100 put forward for it, and then it was shortlisted and I got it.
Happy days.
I got my shortlisted for awards in London too. It's a big red carpet event.
How did you get in with the Princess Trust?
It was actually my probation officer at the time put me forward this thing called NIACRO. They help people that have been in jail or in trouble with the police, you know. And fortunately enough, I was never in jail, but I did have my troubles.
You were on your way there?
Yeah, I was, but the NIACRO got me in touch with the Princess Trust then, and they suggested the Marks and Starts scheme, it's called. It's a program, a 4-week program you do.
Yes.
4 weeks unpaid, but it's basically just like training, you know, that way.
Just so Marks and Spencers.
Yeah, that's what it was for. They call it Marks and Starts. It's a program that the Princess Trust offer.
So they took you in for 4 weeks and give you a bit of training.
Yeah.
And then what happened from there?
See, after 2 weeks, I knew like it was for me. You know, I just felt so comfortable with everyone. Yeah. It was good for. It was a good change from what I was doing. Yeah. You know.
So after 4 weeks, you knew they were there. Did you ask? Could you stay on?
I basically knew I was being kept on because I got on so well with everyone. And Tracy, the manager at the time, says it's like he's been here before. You know. You
were telling me that. Where was it? It was Marks and Spencers in Sprucefield.
In Sprucefield. So it was a hike, like.
What were you doing? You were taking your bike down on the train to Lisburn, and then
cycling in from
Lisburn train station to Sprucefield.
Yeah.
And I was like, one of the guys you were working with in the place was actually going for the manager role
in Craigavon.
So he's seen you, that you've been doing that journey the whole way down, and then cycling from Lisburn to Sprucefield.
Yeah.
Like me being a martial arts coach, like if somebody was bringing their bike from Lisburn and then cycling to my gym in Lurgan, I'd be like, right, this guy means business. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
He's obviously like put a good word in for you then.
Yeah, and I was helping him one day, and he says from the first day that he met me, he says he knew I was a good worker. He says there was something about me.
So that's how you ended up. Now are you in the one in Craigavon?
Yeah, I'm in the one in Craigavon. I've been there for about 5-6 months. So because I've been with Marks a year all in now.
And what is your role in Marks and Spencers?
It's helping customers, a bit of everything really. Helping customers, stacking the shelves, doing the tills. There's a click and collect desk, for online orders and stuff like that.
The one over there, it's mainly food, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just the food hall, so it is.
Some nice grub in there.
Food's lovely.
It's expensive though.
The discount helps.
Well, you can sort me out with a discount. I go in and just look for all the fucking reduced stuff whenever I'm in. But there's definitely some quality grub out there.
The food's lovely out there, definitely.
So what was life like before all this, Cam? How did you get in the situation where you had to go down that road?
It was
to go to the Princess Trust.
It was a bit of a mess, to be honest. I was struggling with drug addiction and stuff like that there, hanging with the wrong people, doing things I shouldn't have been, getting in trouble with the police. It was a disaster, to be honest.
And then obviously the Princess Trust, Dave, when you got that opportunity to go and get involved with that, did you sort of say to yourself, right, I want to change?
Yeah, definitely. It was I actually wasn't going to do it, and then my mum talked me into doing the course.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did, because it's definitely changed my life.
Oh, you weren't going to go.
I was hemming and hawing, because I wasn't not that I wasn't in the right frame of mind. I was just getting clean and stuff like that there. So.
No, you're probably just
it was anxiety
I
more
couldn't be bothered with all this.
Yeah.
Because you're just it was out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, but you need to be putting yourself out of your comfort zone to grow.
That's it. That's
definitely.
But You're saying that like you didn't really want to do it. I'm sure you're fucking glad now that you did.
Oh, definitely. Just even 2 weeks into it, I just thought to myself, I'm so glad I took this opportunity, you know.
And when you won that award, like I seen your Instagram, you were down. You must have been on Radio Ulster, were you? I seen a photo of you with Hugo.
Yeah, yeah. I went on the radio.
Hugo Duncan's on in my house every day. So he is. And what were you on his show?
No, it was a girl, Kate Conway. I was on her show. She was covering for. No, she does her own radio show. I think. Well, then had fair.
And you just happened to meet Hugo while you were down.
Yeah, he was just standing talking to the girls, and Hugo came in to make a cup of coffee, and then he started talking to me, and he got to hear my story and stuff. And he was all fair play to you, and he threw the arms around me. He was all because I know what it's like. I struggled with alcohol.
Did he?
Yeah.
See when you hear him on the radio, he just seems like the type of guy, like he's just fucking positive all the time. Like,
Yeah.
He's just buzzing.
I know.
So,
Happy to be alive.
and then you were away to London as well.
Yeah, I was doing a bit of filming for Movement to Work, because Movement to Work was they work with Marks and Spencers to do that Marks and Starts programme that I done.
Yeah.
They work with them, and then the Princess Trust are the ones that got it, you know, over here in Ireland. So Movement to Work wanted me to do a bit of filming, basically to promote their course, almost like an ambassador role, they were saying.
And how long were you in London for?
It was just a quick trip, 2 days, you know.
And what was it like being on camera? Were you ever on camera before this?
No, never. I was just on radio. I was a wee bit nervous, but then after it, the girl says, "I don't know what you're nervous about. You're natural." I said, didn't feel like it.
So it could be another fucking career opening for you there.
Yeah.
So like, how's like life just changed in general for you from you've won this award and you've just got yourself clean. You've got a steady job now to hold down. Like, what's the difference? Like,
It's brilliant. I'm looking forward to the future. So I am. You know, I can't wait to get on the road, find a new house, get out of that there flat. You know, somewhere nice for good garden for the dog and all. But my mental health, my confidence, everything has just come on leaps and bounds from it.
Like you just say, like you're just a completely different person.
Completely different. Like anyone that knows
before.
me personally, let's say a few years back, you know, people even stop me in the street and all, just you look like a new man, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're bound to like, because it was in the papers and all. Like there was a lot of people.
Yeah, I didn't.
A lot of people talking about it. I actually got sent. That a few people like sent me the fucking article.
Yeah.
I was reading it. And my granny was telling me. I was in the house. My granny was reading it. She set the paper down in front of me and I had to read at it. So.
I didn't think it was going to blow up that big. I was told it was a page in the Sunday Life, and I opened it. It was a double page spread, and then got a phone call a few hours later from Tracy from Sprucefield, man, the lady was telling me about. She says, "Do you know?" And I says, "No, what?" She was all Belfast Telegraph too. I was all, holy shit.
So it was Sunday Life on Belfast Telegraph.
Yeah, and then it was on LinkedIn as well.
Class. And like, do you get much people like from locally stopping?
Yeah, like I'd been working
it?
people come up to me, you know, saying like a fair play to you. It'll give it. You're an inspiration for people, you know, out their way, and it's good to get acknowledgement for it, you know.
And like Princess Trust, can anybody go for that, or do you have to be referred for it?
I'm near sure anybody can go for it. You can contact them, you know, through email or their phone number. They have
they specialise in helping people who are in trouble with the police or have addictions and stuff get work? Is that their main focus? Is to get
just young people in general. It was like Niagara. They're more for the people, you know, that were struggling with, you know, getting in trouble with the law and stuff like that there. But they help everyone, all from 18 up to 30.
So if anybody's in a similar sort of position, like, reach out and try and contact the Princess Trust.
Definitely, I would advise it. Because it's not just retail that they offer either. They do enterprise courses for people looking to start businesses and things like that there.
So obviously, like, when you decided that you wanted to work full time and all, you couldn't be doing the shit that you used to be doing. Like, what sort of steps did you take to help get yourself clean and get yourself living better?
Well, I'd struggled with addiction for a while, so I had been in and out of, like, you know, going to addictions.
Yes.
You know, in
like groups.
Yeah, like groups and stuff. And I always found that it didn't really help, because I was sort of, you're surrounded by people the same, and then some of them are only there because they've maybe been sent there. You know.
Yeah, they're not there out of their own choice.
Yes.
They're maybe going there so like they'll get a lesser sentence when they go to court. It just looks good that they've been there.
Yeah, but for me, it really changed when I wanted to do it myself. I actually wanted to change, you know, deep down. And then I couldn't get in touch with addictions or anything because it was through COVID, you know. there was nothing on the go.
Yeah.
So I just had to do it myself, distance myself from everybody, wean down, and then stop.
And like, sort of, like the people you're on the boat with back then, they're probably still doing the same shit.
They are, and do you know what the mad thing is? I used to think that like they were all friends.
Yeah.
See, since I've got the award, not one of them has, you know, see him in the estate, and he said congratulations, fair play to you and all, but nobody else said anything from it, so it just shows you we were only all together because we had one thing in common, just drug addiction.
Negativity, like, just, but it's good. You don't really want them contacting you anymore.
No,
like,
I don't.
You'd rather just like leave all that shit in the past, and those people in the past too.
Definitely.
And, like, I'm sure your family's very proud of you, and like your mum, your dad. I'm sure everyone's buzzing.
I done this here to better myself and for my own head, but to see the chain reaction, like how happy it's made my family and stuff like that. There, it's priceless. Like, you couldn't put a price on something like that.
Because like before, like, well, obviously when I was involved with the shit I used to do, like, it wasn't good, and like my granny, like, she's got a good reputation in the community for being like a real nice woman. Like, she has a lot of respect, but she was saying it was getting to the stage where she was embarrassed to go out, and she was like, she didn't want to go to their local shop because she said, like, every time she went out, she would, like, people would be telling her stuff about what I was doing and all.
Yeah.
I felt shit whenever I heard her telling me that, but now from I flipped it around, and she's going places, and people are talking about me, but they're talking about things that I've done that are good. They're all like, oh, Dor was fighting at the weekend and all, see, he's got the gym and all.
Yeah.
So now when I hear her speak about it that way, it makes me proud. It makes me want to keep doing good things to make her happy and to make the rest of my family happy and make them proud of you.
Definitely, because my mum, she's been bumping into people, and she came back one of the days and says, I was talking to the lady up the town, she was saying, your son Kevin, it's a miracle, you know, and that makes you feel brilliant. So it does, like he says, you just want to keep going.
That's it, that's what it's all about. It's just like spreading that positivity, like.
Definitely.
So, like, what was like the lowest point of the addiction, the addictions and stuff?
I was pretty much, I thought I was at rock bottom until I lost my brother, and then that's when I really did hit rock bottom, and I had to change for myself.
Your older brother?
Yeah, Patrick.
Like, and he would have been like an influence on your life, obviously, growing up.
Yeah.
Because everybody looks up to their older brother.
Yeah, definitely. But that's when I knew I had to change, because my mental health wasn't too good at the time, you know, and his had just kept getting worse because of the drugs, and it might have been the wake-up call that I needed.
You're sort of saying, like, you don't want that for yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you're saying, like growing up, you would have looked up to him, and now his wee fella's going to be looking up to you.
Yeah, and that there's something that I aim for, to be a good role model for him, you know, because he needs it. Positive male role model.
Everybody does, and I think that's why a lot of people are, like, young men, and especially because I grew up, I didn't know my real dad, and like I sort of looked up to the wrong people and follow crowds that I probably shouldn't have been following. But it's just like you thought at the time these people cared about you, didn't they? Just wanted you to do things for them that suited them, but you fit it in somewhere, and it felt like you belonged somewhere. And when you get a bit older and you step back, you can see it for what it is. But that's, I have my son now, and I want to be a positive role model in his life.
Yeah.
And that's what makes another reason why I want to, like, keep myself out of trouble and be a decent person and do good things, because it all comes back on you. And
definitely.
If he sees that, and your nephew sees you doing good things, then hopefully they follow the same way.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously now you're living better, you've got your job. The next step is you want to do your driving lessons.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I'm in the middle of doing my driving lessons. Hopefully get this theory third time. Fuck's sake.
You've already failed it twice, haven't you?
It's bastard.
Do you do the mock test on the...
Yeah, I've got it on my phone. I'm booked in here again, so what I've been doing is I'll do a mock test, and then on the app I have, you can click in and do a mock test of just questions that you have failed, which is good, you know, that there way. So I'm going to get it next time.
I was done mock test until I was passing them all the time. And even the morning of the test, I was in the house doing mock test, and then just when I got over there, I was just boom, pass. Just to have it all fresh in your head.
So it was some feeling.
You'll get it, mate. It's like anything. If you fail it again, I'm sure you're going to try again. You're not going to quit until you get it.
Yeah. What's the thing? You just need to stick at it.
Get in the car, definitely give you more options and things you can do and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it just opens up the world a wee bit to you.
Bit of independence. Start taking the dog to the beach and all.
Obviously you've got your dog, or you must have the legs walked off at dog every time I see it's with you. So like, having the dog obviously adds a wee bit of accountability into yourself. You have to be responsible to look after.
Definitely, because there does be mornings still that you wake up and you're a bit, not feeling it today, but he has to get out, and then as soon as I get out into the air, that's it, that's me up and ready, you feel better.
That's your reason to get out, but then once you get out, then
it's a day started,
that's
really.
Like, you've got the ball rolling then.
Yeah, definitely. And he's a cocker spaniel and needs some amount of walk, and he's energetic, like.
And you're saying he's got like real good breeding in him, like you wanna put him up for stud?
Yeah, I'm gonna put him up for stud. He's 5th generation pedigree, like, good bloodline.
Yeah. And have you took any steps to look into what you need to do for?
He's only really coming of age, so it'll be this summer, that I do take the steps to get him up for stud.
I'm sure there'll be like loads of groups online of like groups of
yes, cocker spaniel, blue roan, yeah. As I have a few on Instagram, so I do, but like I says, he's only coming of age, so I'll get him all cut up and get a good pictures top of him.
A few shows.
Yeah, definitely.
A few photos of him, put him up for stud.
Because that's what there's been people saying to me, down in the dog park washing them. There was a fella says, I need to bring him to shows. He says he'll win awards.
That's it. I'm sure they're coming into the better weather here. All the shows will be coming up.
Oh, yes, definitely. I'll have to look at the Kennel Club ones. I'd need to go to, you see, because he's KC registered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's he call him? What's his name?
Yes, his Kennel Club name's Topaz Blue Bear. So you can look up the bloodline from that there,
What do you call him for short?
Jack.
You'd look well, like calling him up around the park, calling him Topaz.
Topaz Blue Bear, come here.
Come here. That's I had a Labrador when I was younger, and its name on its papers was Derry Hicks Delight, so he got Mick for sure.
Yes. So he did. We had a staff and it was Apache Black, they come up with some mad names, don't they?
It's like almost like a racehorse name.
Yeah.
It's like, what's your day-to-day routine now then? You're obviously off work today.
Yeah, I'll back in Wednesday, so I am.
What time do you work the same shift all the time?
It varies now because I started to ease myself in, like 16-hour contract, out their way. So it varies now because I put my availability down to 12 to 6, but most days I'm getting 11 to 6, Wednesday to Saturday, which is good. But I'm hopefully get a new contract here in the next couple of weeks.
And obviously going through the Princess Trust Award, you've probably met better people.
I see surrounding yourself with good people, it definitely makes a change to your life. The energy, you feel it. Yeah.
People that want to see you do well for you or do well for yourself and encourage you to do well and push you a bit further.
I didn't realise my potential until I did surround myself with people like that there and start working with them, and then they were praising me for what I was doing and stuff, and you realise, geez, there is more to me, that way.
Because I remember we went for a walk the other week and you told me, and I said, fuck Kevin, that's mad. You said you were sitting in the flat with your mate doing whatever it is we're doing, and you just said to your mate, you know what, this is me for life.
Yeah.
I'm set in the ways.
And I get goosebumps saying that there, and I bumped into him not that long ago, and I says to him, do you remember that there? And both of us started tearing up, and he was all, yeah, boy. I says to him, it just shows, it's mindset. You change your mindset, you can do it.
So mindset's everything. Whether you believe that you can do something or believe that you can't do it, you're right. It's everything has to start up here. So it does. So what's the crack the rest of the day then? What are you going to get up to?
I'll go back and get the dog out for a wee while. I might take him around the lakes. That's sun.
I'm making the same myself. I might go for a wee run. Don't know.
No, I think I'll leave the run to tomorrow. My legs are dead after yesterday.
You've picked up running, I see on your Instagram, you're posting stories. Yeah. Is that did you ever run before?
No. I didn't. Nah, I should maybe run away from the police, but that was about it.
How recently then did we started running? Was it
when I started the gym, I was on and off on the gym. I wasn't being really consistent, but I was still hitting the treadmill every time I went down. But there's some difference running outside than the treadmill. It's harder.
Night and day, mate.
Isn't it?
And you've joined the gym and all too, so obviously that helps with your mental health.
It does, definitely.
And stuff.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, and only recently I've started, it was actually you said about to me about the meditation, you know.
Yeah.
I've started getting into that there, so we'll see how I get on.
Oh, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
Like I promote all these things, but don't get me wrong, like I don't do them every day. But it's a good wee thing to know. Like if
yeah.
you do feel like you're getting a wee bit too stressed or a wee bit overwhelmed, it's good to know how to do it because it helps like mellow you out a bit. Like you don't have to fucking do it every day.
I know.
'Cause then it just becomes like a bit of a pain in the ass. Knowing that you have to do it, but knowing how to be able to do it and being able to use it whenever you need it is definitely a positive.
Yeah, like cause I found I know it's only been going on a week really, but I found, see, instead of looking at my phone in the morning, maybe taking 10 minutes just to sit and clear the head, it makes a big difference. Because if I was to wake up and go on my phone, start flicking through videos and laugh, my day isn't the same. You know, you get up and you feel a bit sluggish because you've spent your first maybe hour in bed looking at your phone. So stop doing that, you know.
Oh, it depends. Like if you lift your phone and the first thing you see on your phone is something negative and then or something that annoys you, that's the way you start your day. And then you start your day fucking annoyed at something that
you wouldn't even have
be,
seen
that
if you didn't look at your phone.
If you didn't look at your phone.
Yeah.
I'm bad for that too. I wake up in the morning, look at my phone first when I probably shouldn't. Like,
yeah. That's what I had TikTok for about 2 days. So I did. I woke up one morning and I was flicking through. Woke up at like 7 o'clock and I was flicking through and I looked at what was going on the 9 and he says, fuck that there, and deleted it.
I was like that. I had to delete TikTok, but people now, or social media gets a lot of negative.
It's how you use it.
Negative feedback, but that's why I mean, like Instagram. I like Instagram because when I look at Instagram, it's all things that I've chose to follow. I look at my Instagram and I get motivated looking at it because it's all like positive things.
That's the way mine is now as well.
Where Facebook's a bit different because people like this go on Facebook and have a wee
gossip
rant about stuff and I gossip. So I try to stay away from Facebook more and Instagram's the place to be. Like.
Definitely, and like
if I had to pick one and not use any, it would probably be Instagram.
Instagram, definitely. That's what
you sort of have more control over what you're seeing.
Yeah, that's what I've been using really. I deleted Facebook too. Because you're flicking, you're seeing stuff you don't like and all, you know.
Even on Instagram, if anybody's being like negative and all, I just don't follow them.
Yeah.
So like,
don't need that around me.
It is like, it affects your mood too. So like people that you hang about with and stuff too, like people and they're just negative. They're always saying, "Oh, I have no luck. I can never catch a break.
Yeah.
Oh, everything goes against me." And,
I was like that at one point.
Because you're fucking telling yourself that every day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you meet other people and they're just loving life all the time. They're buzzing, always full of energy. It's like lately I've noticed like people operate in different frequencies. Like you're operating on a low frequency and you're telling yourself bad shit all the time, and
then you're
feeling bad, and you're just attracting more things like that. But even if I find myself doing, just trying to snap myself out of it and then think about something positive or start talking about something positive or watch something positive or listen to fucking
definitely. And the content that you watch does have a big impact on your life, because if you're consuming shit, you know, you're going to feel like shit.
Your dad isn't just necessarily stuff that you eat.
It's what you listen to, watch, who you're around.
If you're eating shit, then you're going to like have negative health benefits. But like if you're watching like shit like depressing stuff and negative stuff, then that there's going to affect the way you think too. So just be
definitely
more wary of what you consume.
Yeah.
In general,
it's awareness too, self-awareness. You need to be aware.
And like, have you changed your diet or anything?
I'm starting to eat a bit better now. I still have a problem with snacking.
All that Marks and Spencer's group.
Yeah. All the top quality stuff.
I'll have to go over whenever I'm over. I'll just have to give a wee name drop. Or I'll just find out when you're on.
Hey, call in.
You'll see me coming out with like fucking trolley full.
All the good stuff. No, but in the mornings I try to get my smoothies into me. Most mornings I actually start with spinach and strawberry.
Spinach and strawberry?
It's actually nice, so it is.
Where'd you get that off?
I've just done it one day, spinach, strawberry.
Let's try
that. A bit of sea moss.
I play about with mine, like sometimes I would have breakfast and sometimes I don't, but lately I have been having breakfast in the morning, obviously because I train a lot more early in the day now, so I feel a lot better. But before, when I wasn't really doing any exercise in the day, I was doing most of my training at night, I would skip my breakfast and eat later on in the day, because I like to eat around when I'm going to be doing things.
Yeah, for the energy.
Yeah, just so I have energy when I need it.
Because you do feel it. You know, if you have an app, if I have an app properly, I go to the gym, I feel it. You know?
I'm the same. Like if I don't have breakfast and I go to the gym, I can just be like fucking snappy with people.
Yeah,
Be short tempered.
Like, you know, you sort of don't want to be there, you know. Hangry.
Exactly. But coming up to about near 25 minutes here, I think we've talked enough.
Yeah.
But here,
Bit of a shorter one today.
we're going to keep them coming anyway, get plenty more guests on.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll try and have a bit more regularity with them. But it's hard, obviously, because I have
a lot on as well.
A busy life, like I'm training all the time, I'm training other people, I have a son to look after. There's not many things going on.
I know, it's just making time for it.
But thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Wish you all the best, and what you're doing is brilliant, and I hope somebody listening to this can benefit from it.
Yeah.
If they want to reach out, I'm sure you don't have a problem with somebody messaging you if they're stuck in a similar sort of situation and they need a bit of help.
Like I says, I'm only using Instagram really at the minute, so you can get me on Instagram, Kevin Lennon 20, if they ever need anything. But I do a wee bit more working on myself, and I am going to start focusing on helping others, you know, that way.
It's good to give back.
Yeah.
Even with this podcast, like some of the messages I've received so far it's been great. Like, just first of all, the people's listening, but then they're like messaging back and saying like that really struck a nerve with me, like, and I'm glad like somebody else feels that way and it's not just me. And
yeah,
so
that's what people need to start talking up more, you know, yourself.
Definitely. Long gone are the days where you have to suffer in silence, like you just
it just gets worse and worse to the point you can't handle it really.
That's it. But here, thank you.
No problem.
Stay tuned, people. Any feedback, just fire it my way. Let me know how we're doing. Over and out.